I don't appreciate this at all. How long can we have a staring contest before the game gets bored? Okay, that fucked with me a little bit. The fact that that fucked with me. I don't know if that's, like, auto-programmed into the game or if it can tell that I'm running OBS. Hey, do you like horror? No! No, I do not. I remember we talked about it a little bit when you first joined the club. I can enjoy horror novels, but not really horror movies. The problem I have with horror movies is that most of them just rely on easy tactics. Like dark lighting and scary-looking monsters and jump scares and things like that. It's not fun or inspiring to get scared by stuff that just takes advantage of human instinct. But with novels, it's a little different. The story and writing need to be descriptive enough to put genuinely disturbing thoughts into the reader's head. We're getting meta here. Again. It really needs to etch them deeply into the story and characters and just messes with your mind. In my opinion, there's nothing more creepy than things just being slightly off. Like if you set up a bunch of expectations on what the story's going to be about, and then you just start inverting things and pulling the pieces apart. So even though the story doesn't feel like it's trying to be scary, the reader feels really deeply unsettled. Like they know that something horribly wrong is hiding beneath the cracks, just waiting to surface. God, just thinking about it gives me the chills. That's the kind of horror I can really appreciate. But I guess you're the kind of person who plays cute romance games, right? Actually, platformers involving robots. Don't worry. I won't make you read any horror stories anytime soon. I can't really complain if we just stick with the romance. And now you're just gonna stare at me again for a bit. Okay. I am a little pleased with myself that I was able to catch... that I was able to be suspicious of Monika from the beginning and kind of put some of the pieces together. I didn't get all of the pieces, but I'm usually really, really bad at predicting plot twists and whatnot, so I'm pretty impressed that I got that. Hey, what's your favorite game? That's not my favorite game. That was a joke. But if you tell me you like some other romance game better, I might get a little jealous. You're fucked up, Monika. I still want to know what the fuck is going on outside. There's a really popular character type called tsundere. It's someone who tries to hide their feelings by being mean and fussy or trying to act tough. I'm sure it's obvious, but Natsuki was really the embodiment of that. Duh! At first I thought she was just like that because it's supposed to be cute or something. But once I started to learn a little more about her personal life, it made a little more sense. It seems like she's always trying to keep up with her friends. You know how some friend groups in high school just make a habit out of picking on each other all the time? I think it's really gotten to her, so has this really defensive attitude all the time. And I'm not even going to talk about her home situation. But looking back, I'm glad I was able to provide the club as a comfortable place for her. Not that it matters anymore, considering she doesn't even exist. I'm just reminiscing, that's all. Uh-huh. Where are we? Why are we in space and why is there orange stuff floating outside? Does this game ever have an actual ending? Why does the orange stuff keep glowing brighter and then fading again? You have to run out of programmed dialogue eventually, girl. One way or another, you have to run out of programmed dialogue eventually. I was thinking about Sayori earlier. I still wish I could have handled that whole thing a little more tactfully. You're not still hung up over it, right? Very! Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just said that. That pun was completely oh, fuck you. But anyway, I know how much you cared about her, so it only feels right for me to share her last moments with you. You know how Sayori's really clumsy? Well, she kind of messed up the whole hanging thing. I don't need to know this. You're supposed to... I don't need to know this, Monika. I don't need to know any of that. A few seconds in, she must have changed her mind or something. Because she started clawing at the rope trying to free herself. She must have kept at it all the way until she lost consciousness. That's why her fingertips were all bloody anyway. Come to think of it, it was probably less changing her mind and more just her survival instincts kicking in. So you can't really fault her for that. It's easier to think that she probably wouldn't have changed her mind anyway, right? It's not healthy to think about the things you could have done differently. So just remember that even though you could have saved her, it's technically not your fault she killed herself. I may have exacerbated it a little bit, but Sayori was already mentally ill. Still, though, wonder how things would be if you and I had just started dating from the get-go. Guess we'd all still be in the club room writing poems and having fun together. But what's the point when none of it's even real? I mean, it's the same ending either way, right? The two of us happily together. There's no reason to ask for any more than that. I was just pointlessly musing. I'm really as happy as I could be right now. I actually have a friend who is also playing the game, and he said that he actually took Sayori's route and spent the entire game courting Sayori, and did say, "I love you" when she asked, and Sayori still killed herself. So it seems like that was pretty much an inevitability. So I feel a little slightly less guilty that I didn't fuck up that bad. This game has to run out of program dialogue eventually. Like, it literally cannot keep infinitely generating dialogue. It's impossible. And I'm stubborn, so I'll hold out until it finally gives up. Well, maybe I should Google how long it actually will take for it to give up, because I actually can't be here all night. Okay, so there are multiple endings to this game. I'm not sure what ending I have. Like, true endings. Huh. Did you say kiss? No, I did not. It's a little embarrassing. But if it's with you, I might be okay with it. Fuck off, Monika. Wow, sorry. I really couldn't keep a straight face there. That's the kind of thing girls say in these kinds of romance games, right? Don't lie if it turned you on a little bit. Fuck you. I'm kidding. Well, to be honest, I do start getting all romantic when the mood is right. But that'll be our secret. You know what's kind of creepy? You. Even though I deleted everyone else's files, I can still kind of feel them. It's like all their lines are still lingering in the air, whispering in the back of my head. Imagine if after someone you knew died, you just started hearing their voice in your head. Let's not go into that right now. Maybe I just wasn't thorough enough. But I'm too afraid to delete anything else because I might really break things. Like if I mess with any files relevant to me, I might accidentally delete myself. And that would ruin everything, wouldn't it? I don't know what it's like on your end, but we should both make sure to avoid something like that at all costs. I believe in you. Mm-hmm. Supposedly this dialogue can potentially loop on for hours. Which I am not down for, so I'll keep this up for probably... I'm probably gonna try to exit the game soon, if Monika will let me. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. I'll go ahead and... Well, you erased my save file again, you son of a bitch. That's nice. There's no point in saving anymore. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. Fuck you. Okay, let's do this then. Oh, that's just all the dialogue. can't go to the main menu. Let's quit. Just to goof around and see what happens for a bit. What just happened? I just had an awful dream. I was hoping those would stop now that it's just the two of us. I guess that was wishful thinking. I don't know if you would have any idea. But if you know what might be causing that, could you try to do something about it? Whenever it happens, it almost feels like I've been killed or something. It's a really horrible feeling that you deserve. If you could figure out what's causing that, I'll love you forever. Now, where was I? And you're just going back. You're just going back into dialogue. Got it. Let me do that one more time just for fun. Just for fun times. Bye! I do also, so I did, just from a little Googling, I do want to see what will happen to the game if I delete Monika's file. You're back. I had another really bad dream. You're not the one doing that to me, are you? Oh, I will close and reopen this game as many times as it takes if it causes you pain. It seems to happen whenever you quit the game. So if you could try to avoid doing that, I would be really grateful. Don't worry, I don't think it's caused me any harm, aside from mental scarring. The mental... now we're even, you caused me plenty. I'll be fine as long as my character file stays intact. Now, where was I? Aha. Fascinating.